Welcome back to WC Coin World. Today, we are diving deep into the 1978 P. Kennedy half dollar, a coin that carries not just monetary value, but also a significant place in American history. This video will cover everything you need to know about this coin, from its origins to its minting process, key features, errors, and its place in modern coin collecting. Whether you are a beginner collector or a seasoned numismatist, this deep dive into the 1978 P. Kennedy half dollar will provide valuable insights and details that you may not have known before. The history of the Kennedy half dollar. To understand the 1978 P. Kennedy half dollar, we need to go back to the origins of the Kennedy half dollar series, which was first introduced in 1964. This coin was created to honor the legacy of President John F. Kennedy, who was tragically assassinated on November 22, 1963. The nation mourned the loss of its 35th president, and almost immediately, efforts began to commemorate him on U.S. coinage. The decision was made to replace the Franklin half dollar, which had been in circulation since 1948, with a new design featuring President Kennedy. The U.S. Mint moved quickly, and by early 1964, the Kennedy half dollar was introduced. The first-year issue was struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, but due to the rising price of silver and the widespread hoarding of these coins, the composition was changed in 1965 to 40% silver and 60% copper. By 1971, the U.S. Mint completely removed silver from circulating Kennedy half dollars, transitioning to a copper-nickel-clad composition. This decision was part of the broader shift away from silver coinage, which had begun with the Coinage Act of 1965. By the time we reached 1978, the Kennedy half dollar had been circulating in its clad form for 7 years, and its popularity had begun to decline. Many Americans were no longer using half dollars in daily transactions, and banks saw less demand for them. However, the U.S. Mint continued producing them in large numbers, primarily for collectors and for banking institutions that still ordered them for circulation. The 1978 P. Kennedy half dollar specifications. The 1978 P. Kennedy half dollar was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the P mint mark. This mint mark can be found on the obverse of the coin, just below Kennedy's neck, a standard placement that began in 1968. Here are the key specifications of the 1978 P. Kennedy half dollar. Designer: Gilroy Roberts, obverse; Frank Gasparro, reverse. Composition: 75% copper, 25% nickel, copper-nickel clad. Weight: 11.34 grams. Diameter: 30.6 millimeters. Edge: reeded. Mint mark: P. Philadelphia Mint. Mintage: approximately 25,702,000. Coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint in 1978. The obverse design. The obverse of the 1978 P. Kennedy half dollar features a left-facing portrait of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time. This design was based on the bust of Kennedy that Roberts had originally sculpted for the Presidential Medal series before the half dollar was created. The obverse includes the following key inscriptions. Liberty. This word is placed along the upper rim of the coin, arching over Kennedy's head. In God we trust. This phrase is split, with "in God" to the left and "we trust" to the right of Kennedy's profile. 1978. The date of issue is positioned below Kennedy's neck, centered at the bottom of the coin. The reverse design. The reverse of the 1978 P. Kennedy half dollar was designed by Frank Gasparro, who was also a chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. The design features a modified version of the presidential seal, which includes a heraldic eagle with a shield on its chest, an olive branch in its right talon, symbolizing peace, a bundle of arrows in its left talon, representing military strength, a ribbon above the eagle's head with the inscription E Pluribus Unum, a circle of 50 stars surrounding the eagle, representing the 50 states. The words United States of America and half dollar inscribed along the outer edge. This iconic reverse design has remained largely unchanged since the Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964. Minting process and striking details. The 1978 P. Kennedy half dollar was struck at the Philadelphia Mint using standard coin production processes. The dies used to strike the coins were made of hardened steel and engraved with the obverse and reverse designs. The minting process involved several key steps. Planchet preparation, copper-nickel. Clad planchets were punched from large metal sheets and polished before being fed into the coin presses. Striking. The planchets were struck under high pressure to create a sharp, detailed impression of the design. Quality control. Coins were inspected for defects, with any damaged or weakly struck coins being removed from circulation. Philadelphia minted coins often exhibit stronger strikes compared to those from other mints, but some weak strikes and minor errors still occurred. Common errors and varieties. The 1978 P. Kennedy half dollar has several notable errors and varieties that collectors seek. Some of the most common ones include clipped planchet AA. Small portion of the coin is missing due to improper punching of the planchet. Off-center strikes. Coins that were struck slightly off-center, resulting in part of the design being missing or misaligned. Die cracks. Small cracks in the dies can leave raised lines or marks on the coin's surface. Struck through errors. Coins that were struck with foreign material on the die, leaving impressions of debris. These errors can add significant value depending on their severity and rarity. Value and collectability. The value of a 1978 P. Kennedy half dollar depends on its condition and whether it has any notable errors or varieties. In circulated condition, these coins are worth face value, 50 cents. But in higher grades, they can be worth more. MS-63, MS-65 typically sells for $2 to $10. MS-66, MS-67. Higher-end examples can fetch $50 to $100 plus. Errors and varieties. Prices vary widely based on rarity and demand. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC can authenticate and grade these coins, potentially increasing their value for collectors. Conclusion. The 1978 P. Kennedy half dollar is an important part of the long-running Kennedy half dollar series. While it is not considered a rare or high-value coin in circulated condition, it remains a favorite among collectors due to its historical significance and potential for interesting errors. Whether you are a casual collector or a dedicated numismatist, understanding the details of this coin can help you appreciate its place in American numismatic history. That wraps up our deep dive into the 1978 P. Kennedy half dollar. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update from WC Coin World. Let me know in the comments if you have any of these coins, or if you found any rare varieties. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.